Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Hey, Fernando, how you doing?
Hey, Luis. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, not bad. Very happy to be here and ready to start with our training session. Where are you right now, Fernando?
I'm in New York right now. For me, it's 10 a.m.
10 a.m. It's 9:01 for me. All right. I'm expecting people from all over the globe. We have some confirmations from the US, from Africa, West Africa, South Africa, India. There's going to be a lot of people joining us today. All right.
Okay.
Some people are asking what we're going to be talking about. So, what are we going to talk about, Fed?
Okay. This is a new way to teach. This is innovation in the classroom. Yeah. TOMi is the best tool for the teacher to innovate in the classroom.
Yeah, innovation is very important. Students are uh, changing, schools are changing, and teachers need to change as well, just to make sure that we are updated and we are still able to engage students and to connect them to learning, to make them part of the learning process anyway. All right, so basically today we're gonna be covering some of our platform, Digital. Digital is the one that you have to enter on your browser if you wanna take a look. And you're gonna find a lot of different lessons that have already been shared by people around the world. And what we're gonna be learning today is how to find them, how to create them, how to navigate them, how to explore them, and how to adapt them for your specific needs. And when I talk about needs, I refer to ages of students, context, uh, specific needs, and everything that connects to the way that the teacher wants to bring to the classroom.
Yeah. It's a very important because lessons are being created for teacher, by teacher for teacher. Okay. Teacher use the same lesson. All the teacher around the world have the same problem. All have the same problem with their students, and we offer a solution created by teacher.
Exactly. So we have all been teachers at some point. I myself have some experience with teaching uh, all ages. I think from 5, 6 years old to probably 50, 60 years old. So I know a little bit about what it's like to be with different ages and with different types of people in the classroom. All right. So I think it's time we started. Um, so excuse me, Fernando. I'm going to go ahead and show my screen. Uh, if you have any questions, if you want to interrupt, just go ahead, write on the chat. I'll be happy to read you, and I'll be trying to give you all the feedback, all the information necessary for you to start working on TOMi Digital and to start making your own lessons and really using and fully the platform and the other strategies that we want to share with you today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So this is what I prepared for you. We're gonna be doing a little bit of different perspectives for learning. So I'm going to start with the perspective of the student. This is another a secondary platform that we want you to look at as well. This one is played at TOMi Digital, as you can see on the search bar. And on this one, you're going to be able to act as students, as I just said. You're going to be able to get some review plans. You're going to be able to study, to find different lessons, and to use them as students. So let me show you a little bit of what I prepared for you. So I'm going to get to this. I'm not going to go into the platform because I want to save some elements for later for other meetings, for other get-togethers. This is not going to be the only one. Um, so I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to be very specific on what I'm showing you here. Basically, I just saved as a student, I saved this lesson about Africa, and I want to show you what it looks like from the perspective of the student. So here you go. First, I'm looking at a picture, an image with some information about Africa, referring to how Africa is, according to the theory of the evolution, is the birthplace of all humankind. Uh, just to recognize Africa as our motherland for every one single human around the world. Then moving on, you have the next button over here. Moving on, you're gonna get the first activity. So we are interacting with knowledge now. So in this case, what I need to do is to organize these four elements by taking into consideration the statement on top. It says order these continents from largest to smallest, and the instruction reads drag and sort. So I'm just gonna start by putting Asia in first place. I'm not completely sure about Africa or America because I'm gonna just gonna put America. I don't know what your teachers told you. I remember that when I was in primary school, my teachers told me there are five continents in the world. But I also remember that once I was talking to some of my friends in other countries, and they actually learned that there are seven continents in the world. So, how many continents are there in the world? Well, so there you go. This is my answer. I'm just gonna go and click on answer. It is the correct answer. But look what it reads. It's giving me feedback. Africa may be considered the second largest continent before America due to the fact that some people around the world count as many as seven different continents. Some other people recognize only five continents. That's interesting. So there you go. There's another picture, another image here with some more information about this topic. I'm gonna move on to the next activity. In this case, I have a crossword puzzle in which I need to be able to find some specific word. These are the words over here. So they refer to some geographical, uh, like important places in Africa. So let's see how well I can do this. I need to find the Sahara Desert. Where is it? Where are you? Kilimanjaro. I'm not very good at this, to be honest. I'm gonna try my best anyway. Sahara, there you go, found you. Sahara Desert, the Kilimanjaro. This one, my trick is to find the case because it's not a very common letter. There you go, Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro. The Nile. So we're looking for a river over here. The Nile. This is not going to be easy because it has very few words. I suppose some of you have already found it and are very eager to let me know where they are, where these are. Oh my God, it's not going to be possible for me to find them. There you go, found it. Nile. And the last one is the Guinea Gulf. Guinea Gulf, this one is easier because, well, it should be easier anyway because the word is longer. Guinea Gulf. Or I wish you could help me right now. Found it. Guinea Gulf. There you go. So I just found these four words. That means I'm ready to go. The correct answer, you found all the words. Now we're going to move on to a new type of strategy. This one is a true or false question. Is the Sahara Desert the largest desert in the world? So right now it's when I ask myself, why are they asking such an easy question? I'm just going to say true. And that's the wrong answer. I knew it. All right, there you go. So we got the feedback. The Antarctic Desert is the largest desert in the world, followed by the Arctic Desert, and the Sahara is in third place. All right, so the Sahara is the first largest hot desert. So apparently, Antarctic and the Arctic are also considered desert. I guess because there's no plants or anything. There you go. The Sahara Desert is about the size of the United States and spans nearly a third of the African continent. A little bit more information. I'm going to move on. Some information about the Nile River. And I have another interaction activity. In this case, I need to select one or more answer options. So that means there could be more than one correct answers in this case. So the question is, which of the following rivers can be found in the African continent? Not the Amazon River, I know that one. The Nile River, yes. The Congo River, yes. The Mississippi River, no. That one is North America. There you go. I got some feedback. The Nile River has been recognized as the world's longest river in the past years. In the recent years, researchers have indicated that the Amazon River may be longer. All right, so interesting. That's an interesting fact. Okay, new topic: culture and languages in Africa, and a new type of activity. Match the image. They're all the same. How am I supposed to match that? I'm just gonna go ahead and. Of course, it's gonna be the wrong answer. Well, maybe the teacher didn't do very well that on that one. Some more information and some more activities. English spoken in which of the following African continents? More than one answer is correct. South Africa, yeah, definitely. I know Ghana speaks English. Nigeria, I think they do as well. What about Kenya? I'm not sure. Just gonna leave it that. All of them. There you go. There's more African continents that choose English as their official language. Okay, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Cameroon, Eswatini, and Burundi. Good to know. The click languages. That's very interesting. I like languages, so this is very interesting to me. How many African writers have been awarded with the Nobel Prize in Literature? I have no idea. Say 10. Wrong answer. 5. All right. And there's some more information here. So there you go. That's watching the lesson from the student's perspective. So now I have a question for you. Do you want to know how to do this? If you're a teacher, do you want to know how to create these types of lessons for your students? So it's actually very easy, and that's the second part of this training session. I want to show you a little bit of how to do that, and I definitely want to show you how easy it would be to do that. Okay, so for that, I'm going to move on to the second platform, which is TOMi Digital, using the English version, the one that you can change over here. I'm going to show you from the very beginning how you can actually enter and sign up for the platform. So just visit TOMi Digital or TOMi Digital /en for English. You're going to get this home, this website with some interesting information about the platform. There's a search bar over here because even if you're not logged in, you can actually see some of the lessons that are available for your use. Some specific strategies or interesting facts about this platform, teaching by playing, evaluating the effectiveness, using it anywhere, encouraging review, sharing asynchronous activities, promoting group dynamics, including feedback. So you know a little bit of this because we have just seen the platform from the student's perspective. different types of activities, different topics. Over here, you can also get some information about the number of resources that the lessons are using, how many times it's being presented, how many students have been affected or have been presented with this lesson, feedbacks received, and ratings. So as you can see, there's many different topics over here, and of course, the heart of the platform, which is the users. There you go. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm going to show you what it works to sign up. So you would choose your role first of all. I suppose most of you are going to be choosing the role of teacher. By clicking here, you just need to enter your information. I'm just going to write any information. Then some personal information so that the platform can recognize you and create your user. So you enter this information and there you go. You're ready to sign up. I'm already signed up, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign in. I'm going to enter my credentials. And the first thing I'm going to see is the possibility to explore lessons. All right, over here on the left, you can see the menu, which is the menu that is going to help you navigate the platform. We have a button to create new lessons, a button or a section to explore lessons already created by other teachers. I have a favorite section where all the lessons that I have clicked a heart at are there. I have some classrooms, which are a preparation of groups of students to work with. I have some reports, which is after I use my lessons with my students, they get the platform is going to create some reports for me. And I also have my collection, which is a good way to maintain my lessons organized, just in case I'm an avid user of the platform. So let's just explore a little bit. So I'm just gonna write everything that they have about Africa over here. I'm going to introduce Africa, but it's also going to introduce some related uh, content. All right, so I can just go ahead and choose the one that I want to do. I want to use. Let's say, for example, there you go. This is the same lesson that we just saw. Just want to show you what it looks like. There's an outline of the lesson with some information that has been presented before. The outline of all the resources used for this lesson. Remember the Sahara, Kilimanjaro, Nile, and Guinea Gulf crossword puzzle. Here it is. And you may say, well, this looks like hard job. It is not. Definitely not. I'll show you in a minute how it works. There are some videos that we couldn't see because of the mode in which we were presenting the lesson. And there you go. The flags already corrected. The feedback. Some more videos and different types of resources. So when I click on one existing lesson, it's going to give me two different options. The first one is to study if you're a student, to study the lesson if you're a student. So just as we just did, or play and schedule if you're a teacher. If I click over here, it's going to show me both options, playing the lesson right away or scheduling the lesson for later. And if I click on play the lesson, what's going to happen is that the same lesson is going to be viewed from the perspective of the teachers. Just going to move on and continue. I don't want to spoil this for you. This is going to be a topic for a next training session. It's going to start by giving the instructions for the students to join the lesson. It creates a code that is exclusive for this lesson so that students can go ahead and use it by entering the students platform, which is played at TOMi Digital. I'm just going to head to start the lesson just to show you a little bit of what it looks like. Actually, I need to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I am a student. Enter the code. and join. And I have one student already waiting for my lesson. So I'm going to start the lesson, and this is the view from the perspective of the teacher. I can just control everything that is happening on the platform at a time. There you go. All right, I'm going to finish the lesson because actually today I want to show you how fast you can create this lesson. So do not worry. We're going to have some other training sessions to show you a little bit more in detail how we can do a good lesson, how we can prepare, duplicate, and adapt good lessons for you, how we can create resources, how we can externally create images or videos for to use with the platform, how we can integrate the platform with TOMi devices such as TOMi 7, which I definitely invite you to take a look at, TOMi 7. And also how to integrate the platform with other platforms such as Google Classroom, probably Teams, Meet. There's many different possibilities. But what I want to show you today, and the concentration of this session, is going to be how fast can I create the lesson that I just showed you. So I'm going to go all the way back to the home page, and I'm going to click on New Lesson. I have already prepared my material, and I just want to show you very quickly how we can go from zero to the lesson that we just viewed as students. So there you go. Lesson name. I'm just gonna say Africa or training session. Subject. So I would say a little bit of languages, a little bit of geography, and what about a little bit of education? There's up to three subjects that you can choose. And now I have a lesson that is ready to be fed with resources. So the first thing that I get is the introduction, lesson options. I'm going to choose the language. This language is going. This lesson is going to be English. I can actually change the image, so I have everything prepared just to show you how easy it is. I'm uploading an image that I already had in my laptop, in my computer. And this is going to be the portrait, the introduction image for this lesson. I have the option to decide if I want it to be a private lesson so that no other teachers can see it, or if I want to make it a public lesson so everyone who goes in the platform can find it when they search for these topics. So I'm going to leave it open for everyone to use. I'm going to click on accept, and there you go. I have the first part of the lesson. Over here, I have a progress bar, which is telling me I have the lesson name, I have a lesson image, and I have selected the lesson language. So I'm about 60% done with this lesson. I have two different resources over here. Import resources makes things much easier. I can just say, okay, what have other teachers designed about Africa? I can filter by types of resources. So let's say, for example, videos. What have other teachers used for videos about Africa? África, el medio físico, cultura y población de África. This is culture and population in Africa. Listening exercise. Well, this is not what I want. I want to go ahead and add resources on my own. So I'm going to click on the secondary button, the second button on the to the right, which is going to open all the possible resource options that I have in hand. The first group of resources are interaction resources. The second group of resources are content resources. That means with the first group of resources, from single choice to alternative answer, I'm going to be able to make students part of the lesson Whereas on the second part of the resources, I'm just going to present information to the students in the form of videos, text documents, or images. There you go. So do you remember what was first on this one? Let me just showed you this again. Okay, so we have a picture. So how are we going to do that? I'm going to go ahead, go to add resource. I'm going to click on image all the way at the bottom of the list. And this is what I get. So that means I need to complete with these two fields over here. I need to include a picture. These are the options, JPG or PNG files. And I have to enter a name for the picture. So because I have everything prepared, I'm just going ahead and upload the picture that I have for that part. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and write a name that is for the picture that is appealing for students. Africa, our homeland. I'm going to save it. And now the lesson is going to be fed with one specific resource. As easy as that, okay? I want more, right? We all want more. So I'm gonna just go ahead and see what was the next element. Okay, I have all of these continents from largest to smallest. Okay, I'm gonna create that. I'm gonna use that. So that means I'm gonna add a new resource. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find the one that I think is corresponding. So it's a single choice. That's not the one. Multiple choice, definitely not. Open-ended, true or false, order. This is the one. Okay, so this is what I get. I get a feel for writing a statement or a question, and I get, for the moment, two different answer options. Remember that we are playing on how to organize. If you want more answer options, there's a button over here that reads Add Answer Option. You can write the text and accompany the test with a picture, or you can just write the test and that would be enough. Over here, I have the question time, the amount of seconds that I consider are going to be necessary for all students to complete the, the question. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to move on to a new window, and I'm going to go to Google because I want to find pictures of Asia. All right. Very quickly, I'm going to go to images. I'm going to go to herramientas and try to find one that is Creative Commons, so it's free for my use. There we go. I like this one. I'm going to download it, save it, and that's all I need. Now I can just go ahead. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Now I can just go ahead and use it for my first picture. This is Asia. I want a picture of Africa. I keep writing Africa with a K. I understand both of them are possible. I just want to be politically correct. I like this one over here. Yeah, why not? I'm just waiting for it to properly download. I saved it to my computer and I'm going to go ahead and use it for the question. This is Africa. I want more answer options because I also want to find America. Here you go. This is the one that I like, the one with the full continent. It's all America. Save it, and there you go. I have America. I'm just going to stop there. I'm missing the statement of the question. If I do not complete this part, the continue button is not going to be active. So that's a way. If it's not active, you have to ask yourself, what is missing? So for me, what is missing is the question. So this is an order type of resource. So order the continent from largest to smallest. You go, and I think I'm going to give for that 60 seconds. That should be enough. The second part, this is a two-part resource, is feedback. Do I want to include some feedback on this question? So you can either decide if you want to or if you don't want to. Let's say I'm just going to say no feedback for this one. So there you go. I'm back to the outline of my lesson, and now I have two different resources. Let me take a look and see what's the next one. A new picture, a new image. I have everything prepared. So I'm just going to add resource, add an image. And very quickly, I'm going to go ahead and find the image that I prepared for that. Upload it. And give a name to it. Remember, I'm using titles or names or statements that I expect are going to be appealing for students. They're going to engage students into wanting to know more. Just by doing that, I already have one resource, one interaction resource, which is the second one, and I'm expecting for the third one to load. Let's give it some time just to make sure that it works properly. For the moment, I'm just going to go ahead and find the next one. The crossword puzzle. How difficult do you think this is going to be? Let me just remember the words. Sahara, Kilimanjaro, Nile, and Guinea Gulf. Why are you still there doing that? I'm going to have to do it again. Here you go. Africa, second or third. Here it is. Now I'm going to move on to the next interaction resource, which is crossword puzzle or the word search puzzle. Word search puzzle. I think I was naming it incorrectly. It's crossword puzzle is probably the other one in which you have to find words by using the keys. So it's the word search puzzle. There you go. So it's as easy as this, guys. So I'm gonna write a statement for this one. So geographical places in Africa. And it says type the words that they will have to find. When writing the word, press enter. All right, so I'm gonna write Kilimanjaro, and then let's enter. There you go. So I have one. Sahara, enter. Nile, enter. Guinea Gulf, and enter. That's it. That's all you need to do to have a word search puzzle ready for your students. Easy, huh? I'm gonna continue. Skip this one. We have a true or false one. Is the Sahara Desert the largest desert in the world? That was a tricky question. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a resource. Go to true or false. Sahara Desert, the largest. So remember that we just learned that it's actually false. 20 seconds is good. Oh, shoot. How much time? No feedback. All right, this is a good opportunity. I forgot that For the word search puzzle, I definitely need more than 20 seconds. So very easy. Just go ahead and edit. You're gonna go back to this section, and I'm just gonna give them. There's a maximum of 240 seconds, which is basically 4 minutes. 4 minutes could be a lot. I'm just gonna give them 2 minutes, so 120 seconds. All right. So I have the true or false question. It shows the correct answer because this is the view of the teacher, not the view of the student. Let me just check what is next. I have another picture, another image. One more image. Everything's ready. I already prepared this. On a different session, I can show you how to create these pictures and other. Size of the Sahara. Go. I have one more resource. We have a quite good lesson already. So we have a little bit of information for introduction. We have some interaction about continents, some more information, then another interaction, cross search, word search puzzle. Sorry. True or false, some more information. Now we're going to go ahead and continue with a video. This is not showing because of the mode I'm using for the display, but I'm just going to go ahead and try to find a video that is appropriate, that talks about the Sahara Desert, that is appropriate for my students. So let's say high school students and 12, 13 years old. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so first of all, it's important to know that here we can only use links to a video. So we're gonna be able to introduce links to YouTube videos or links to Vimeo. So basically what I need to do is just go ahead, go to YouTube, find Sahara Educational. Usually what I like to do is to try and use filters just to make sure that, for example, the videos are less than 4 minutes long. And there you go. I have one video that is going to be perfect. Do not worry, I have already checked and this is a perfect one. So basically, I'm just gonna need the share link. I'm gonna copy it, go to TOMi, type it, click on add, and there you go. I have my video.
The Sahara Desert, located on the African continent, is the largest hot desert in the world.
There you go, the largest hot desert in the world. The Sahara Desert. All right. So now we have a new type of resource, which is a video. If we calculate, so for the moment, I think I already have quite a good lesson for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, even more if I expand on information or if I use the activities to ask more questions to my students, to be able to quiz them, to see what they know about this, what other information they know about these topics, what other information they know about Africa or other continents, what they know about the Sahara Desert or other deserts. There's many other features that I can use during playing the lesson. I could, for example, do a brainstorming activity in which I'm going to collect information from them. I can do a poll, a very quick poll, in which I'm going to try to enrich the lesson with some more interaction. I can also ask them some single choice questions, so I can actually quiz them. For example, after the video, I can just create a question just to see if they were paying attention or just to check some specific information from the video. But that is going to be for a different training session. So I'm just going to move on and show you what we have so far. Let's do a couple more. So we have another image. I think images are a very good way to present information, to ask students to participate, to preview information, to kind of speculate on what they think is happening. It's just another possible way to make students interact, but it's also a good way to present engaging information to them. Okay, so this one is about the Nile River. I'm just going to go ahead and write that down. And I got a new resource. On this case, I have a multiple choice question. Which of the following rivers can be found in the African continent? So I'm going to go ahead and add a resource. I'm going to try and find the correct one. It says multiple choice over here, multiple choice. So this is the edition side, the statement. Which of the following rivers are located in Africa? Question mark. Nile, the Amazon, and I can just add another one and say the Congo River. I'm going to be able to mark all the answers that are correct. Apart from using these options, I can also include some special characters if they are necessary, for example, for mathematical purposes, for if you're a phonetics teacher, maybe if you are teaching Greek and Latin, or if you just want to use some symbols up and down, or currency symbols, anything. Or you can also add a picture to go with the answers. I can show you that in another opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. This is a two-part session section. In this case, feedback is recommended. So I can go ahead and write some feedback and say, Nile is one of the longest rivers in the world. You can no longer say it's the longest, because apparently the Amazon could be longer. I'm going to save, and now I have not only a new resource, but I also have some feedback to show my students, and maybe to open a conversation about a discussion about which they think, or they ask them to investigate, to do some research of what is the longest river in the world, and different authors, what different authors say. There you go. So finally, I just want to skip. I have culture and languages. I'm just going to move on and show you the last. This is a match the flags. This is wrong. This is not okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it correctly. So matching, there's two options. I can match with text, or I can match with images. So I'm just going to head and match with images. And this is the way I'm going to do that. So match questions, match countries and their flags. African countries. Let's say we want to talk about Morocco. Let's say South Africa. And I want to add one more answer option and write, for example, Ghana. Just the first three continents that come to my mind. I'm going to just do the same, go to Google, try and find Morocco's the first one, right? Morocco flag. Try to find images. are, we just click on images. Oh no, sorry. I'm looking at YouTube. Not YouTube, not YouTube. Google. Oracle flag. Remember that what I mentioned. I recommend using Creative Commons. So this is the Morocco. This is Morocco's flag. I'm just gonna use one that looks good. I like this one. Save it to your computer, and then go ahead and upload it to the platform. Save it, and that's it. You can now move on to find the next one. The next one is South Africa. Let's try and find one that is similar. I think that this one's similar. I'm going to save it and then upload it to the platform. Let me just redo that one. This one is Morocco. Okay, so there's something with the, apparently this is not a correct file, so I have to find another one. Let's see this one. Sometimes it's very important to wait until for a moment until you make sure that they are correctly presented, because if you download them before they are correctly presented on Google, they can appear with some problems, and the system is not going to recognize them. There you go. So this one is good. This one is South Africa. And I'm going to add one more option, which is Ghana. There you go. I like this one over here. Download it. And then upload it. Save. Ghana is the right name. And continue. Some feedback? No feedback. And there you go. I have a new session, a new resource to use with my students. All right. There's one more that I want to show you, which is the alternative answer option. So this is the one in which we're talking about how many Africans have been awarded with the Nobel Prize in Literature. Because this is an open question, the students can actually write what they think is the correct answer. So I'm going to need to make sure that I'm going to cover for all the possible answer versions that they give. So the answer is 5, but what if they write 5 with letters? So I need one more option, 5. But what if they use a capital letter at the beginning? So I'm going to use another option and write 5. But what if they are going to write everything with capital letters? So I'm going to add one more option and make sure that it doesn't matter how my students are going to be writing the answers. The system is going to be able to recognize which are the correct answers. Click and continue. So I could just add some feedback here about who have been the winners of the Nobel Prize, or about other Nobel Prize awarded, Africans awarded, or maybe what was the first Nobel Prize awarded in Africa, whatever. You choose what you want to give, the information that you want to give your students for feedback. So there you go. So far, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 different resources. So we are probably be we're probably going to be able to use this lesson for about an hour and a little bit more, and depending on uh, how you want to expand. If the platform is not going to be the focus of your lesson, but it's going to be part of your lesson, it's definitely going to be very interesting for your students to interact with information like this. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna click on finish editing, and very quickly I just want to show you. First we need to publish. For that I need to declare that I have been the creator of this lesson. And there you go. So now I'm going to be able to play it. When I'm playing it, I have some possibilities that I'm going to cover in a different session. So what I want now is that they give me the code. I'm going to copy the code and I'm going to use it as a student just to show you what it looks like. This is the one that we just did. Remember, it took us about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. And this is what your students are going to be able to see. So I'm going to start the lesson. And this is what the teacher is showing. This is what the student is seeing. The teacher decides they want to move on. The student is ready to move on as well. Look at the seconds, the time left over here. Asia, American, Africa. I'm not going to move anything. I'm going to answer. What? Asia, Africa, America. Oh, right. I used a different organization for this part. My bad. Some more information. View of the teacher. View of the student. Let's move on, says the teacher. Word search puzzle. You have 2 minutes to find these 4 words. All right. Time is up. I'm going to move on, says the teacher. True or false? And the student gets the true or false question directly on their devices. False. Good. The teacher says next. Some information for you about the Sahara Desert. Some more information about Africa and a video. So teacher says, I'm going to give you, say, 5 minutes to go through the video with your partner and get some ideas from the video, interesting facts, whatever is interesting for you. So all the students can just go ahead using their personal devices, using the devices handed in by the teacher, go to their corners and start watching the videos, taking some information and
The
preparing for
Sahara
what's
Desert,
coming next.
located on the African continent,
There you go. Teacher says, time to ask you questions about the video. I'm going to use the random selection. All right. Luis Enrique Vanegas, you are chosen to answer this question. All right. I'm also going to give you the possibility to give me some ideas about what the interesting facts about the video. So I'm going to activate the brainstorming feature, and I'm going to ask a simple question. For example, what did what did you learn about the Sahara? And this is what the student is going to see. What did you learn about the Sahara? Write your idea here. They even get some different colors to choose from the canvas. And they can just go ahead. I found that blah, blah, blah. Send it. I'm going back to the view of the teacher. Look, I already have one answer, so I choose when to show it. I'm going to put it over here. So the student can write more ideas. The teacher can show all the ideas and decide, okay, it's time to go continue with the lesson. Let's move on. Some more information, some more activities. A little bit more. Let's see if you can find out what is the flag of Morocco. Oh, I didn't give enough time for this one. Luckily, I know the answers. Cool. Let's continue. This one is, how many Africans have been awarded? So remember that we gave 4 different possibilities. I'm just going to write 5 with a capital letter in initial letter. And it recognizes that as the correct answer because that's what I told the system. Even if they write a number, the word, or the word with capitalized, or all the different options. So once they're finished, the teacher is going to get a report, a very quick report that is also going to be possible to download from this section over here. But I just want to keep that for a later section, for a later training session with you, which I'm already looking forward to. All right, so I'm going to stop for a moment. I want to see if you have any specific questions, if you want to share some information with us, just go ahead to the chat and write anything you want. If you're watching this video in a different time, remember that we have a Telegram group where you can get in touch with me, ask any questions, ask for support, or propose your ideas, or connect to other teachers around the world, share some information, share your lessons, and make sure that we can have a big community. We're not only looking for you to use the platform, we're also looking for creating a community of teachers, community for education and innovation in education. Okay, cool. So that was about it. Just write on the chat if you have any question. I'm going to leave on the chat the link to go to the Telegram group. I'm also going to share with you some of the links of your interest. And thank you for being here. I'm going to be preparing other sessions, so be in touch and get ready for becoming the innovative teacher, that tech savvy teacher in your institution, in general, in your exercise of teaching. Again, thank you very much. Thank you, Fernando, for being with me. Thank you all for watching this video, and hopefully see you next time. Have a good day.